My enchiladas are not traditional at all. I like to pretty much just put whatever flavors I want in there, roll it up, put some cheese on it, put it in the oven, which is why I like them so much. And they're pretty good if I say so myself. What I like most about these enchiladas that I make is that I like to make all different kinds of enchiladas. Enchiladas. So today I wanted to make my chicken bacon ranch enchiladas. They're good, but I really want them. I want that cheesy, ranchy kind of deliciousness in my life right now. So that's what I'm gonna make. Ooh, I'm excited. I am starting everything off with my sauce, I guess, or gravy or whatever you want to call it, and also preheating my oven to 375 Fahrenheit. Let's go over to the stove. Oven's ready. In my saucepan here, I'm going to make my roux, and all that is equal parts of fat and flour. So I have some melted butter in here. I'm going to throw in my flour and mix this around for a minute or so just to cook off that flour taste. And you want this kind of on the medium heat, just don't let it burn. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. Looks good to me. And now I'm going to slowly start to add my chicken stock. I like to add it in stages because I think it thickens up a little better that way. I'm just going to continue to whisk this, let it come back up to a little bit of a boil, and it should start to thicken in a few minutes. Just continually stirring it because it will stick to the bottom. You don't want that. This is now back up to a boil and it has thickened nicely. It's very velvety and not extremely thick, but it's thick enough. This is going to just chill out for a bit. I'm gonna set it to the side off the heat, and now we're going to work on our filling. Now for the filling, which is so easy because we are literally just making chicken bacon ranch. I just went and got a rotisserie chicken, picked it, and chopped it up. So I'm just going to add that to a bowl. I love using rotisserie chickens for everything. They are so easy, they taste delicious, and you didn't have to do any of that work. It's probably a cup and a half, 2 cups shredded chicken. I have light and dark meat in here. To my chicken, I'm going to add bacon. I just made some bacon this morning and chopped it up. I'm gonna put most of it in here, but I'm going to save some for the top of my enchiladas. And cheese, lots of cheese. This is some mozzarella. I am very upset at myself. I don't have any Monterey Jack, which I also like using in these. So we're gonna make do with the mozzarella. And I did look around in the fridge and I had this macaroni and cheese, shredded cheese. This stuff is so good. If you can find it, go for it. So I'm gonna use some of this. Add some color and a little more flavor because this cheese mix is made up of cheddar, American, and Swiss. So there you go. Mix it up, see where we are. Dang, I wish I made more bacon. Of course, I did have more when I made it, but you know, I snacked. I cannot be tamed. And the last thing, of course, is some ranch seasoning. This is just some ranch seasoning powder. I'm just going to toss some in there. I used to make this with actual ranch dressing, but I found it was just a little too strong for me. I'm not the biggest fan of ranch dressing, but I love the flavors of it. So I found that this was a perfect alternative to that. And I put this stuff on everything. You can put this in like potatoes. I put it on chicken, steak, salads, in dips. Good stuff. So now we can assemble. I'm working with flour tortillas here. I love flour tortillas. You can obviously use corn if you want to, but you might have to give them a little bit of a fry before you use them in this, so when you roll them, they don't break. But I've just got some flour tortillas, and I believe they are fajita size. Good size for enchiladas. Got my filling plate I've got a 9x13 baking dish here. To the bottom of this plate, I'm gonna put a little bit of that gravy just to make it a little wet. Take your tortilla. I'm gonna take a handful of the filling, lay it right in the middle there. And when I did make this with ranch dressing, I actually put ranch dressing on the bottom and then I put the filling on top. So if you wanna go that way, that's a perfect way to do it too. So once you've got that there, we're going to take this over and roll it tight. There you go, seam side down. And just continue this with your tortillas. You should be able to fit a good amount in here. So we're gonna see how much we can fill. And there you go. I got 8 in here. I squished them right in tight so that they all kind of fit together and they wouldn't just fall apart. You actually probably could fit more. You probably fit 2 more if you wanted to just shove these down, put 2 on the sides here, but I like it like this. It's very aesthetically pleasing. I do have some more filling left. You could probably get 2 out of this, but I'm just going to leave this. I have a couple more tortillas left. I could probably make a really good quesadilla out of this, so this is just extra. Do with it what you will. Pour more of my sauce over this just to give them a little bit of a cover. Cheese over the top. A little bit more of my mac and cheese for some color. Put a little bit of my leftover bacon on top here. Wanted some greens, so I'm going to just cut a little bit of green onion on top of here. Not too much, just enough to add some flavor and some color. A little bit more of that ranch seasoning right on top. These are so pretty looking. I'm gonna cover these with foil. I'm gonna pop these in the oven 20 minutes, half an hour, until all of that is good and bubbly. Then I will pull the foil off and put it under the broiler, probably to melt the rest of the cheese and to get it kind of bubbly and delicious for a few minutes. Here we have it. I threw it under the broiler just for a minute or so, just to kind of get the tops a little crispier and melted, but this was in the oven for about half an hour and it smells unbelievable. Look at that. That's that crunchy cheese on the end. Go for an end one here, if I can get to it. Do you see that beauty right there? That's the stuff. The cheese, actually with some of the fresh green onions. Some of mine. There you go. Look at that. That is a really nice looking enchilada. First bite. This tastes so good. They're so easy and so delicious and great for a crowd or just yourself. You gotta make them. Enjoy.